are in first place in the NL Central. The Chicago Cubs totaled 13 hits as a team as they took down the Fish in Miami 8-2. As of right now, the Marlins sit in third place in the National League East Division, while the Cubs sit in third place in the National League Central Division. The Washington Nationals finished off a 2-game sweep as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 14-3. As of today, the Reds are in
From the borough of Queens, we're at the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Steven Matz, a left-hander from New York State, is the starter on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Steven Matz is what they look like. Big, strong guy, 6'4", about 220 pounds. Throws from the left side, smooth gas, 93-95. Terrific overhand curveball, and his changeup is getting better all the time. Steven Matz is quality.
In now, Odubel Herrera, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First offering on its way. First of 3 here to start the week as the game's first pitch is taken for strike 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in off to a bit of a slow start with just 1 win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Time now for a glance at the Phillies' batting order in this one. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup today going against a power arm on the other side. You could see a little bit of ambush tactics employed by this offense in this lineup. Swinging the bat early, not wanting to go too deep in the count where he can rack up a ton of strikeouts. Be on the lookout for some early swings out of this lineup.
And quickly, there are 2 away.
Batting third, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Stepping up now, Cesar Hernandez. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all the way, and he was going to zone him up.
Lifted in the air to center. Lagares is under it, and that retires the side. So a fairly painless top of the first, and now the Mets offense will go to work for the first. Drew Hutchison, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Weak grounder back to the mound. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if La Potencia, Yoenis Cespedes, can keep it going. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Left fielder.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat. Cespedes out in front here as this is pulled into the seats, foul down the left side. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, Matty, I know they dropped the first 3 games of this road trip, but you got to find a way to shower it off. I always said that when I left the field after I took that shower after the game, it's got to go down the drain.
And the second baseman is there to make the play, and that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He'll lead it off against Steven Matz. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone on the first and second pitch.
And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And let's focus our attention on the Todd father. Soft hands, big-time arm across the diamond, and former home run derby champion. And he's from Jersey. Don't hate.
Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. Matz has a reputation as a strike thrower, although that doesn't often result in a ton of strikeouts. A typical start may find him with a low walk total and the ball in play a lot.
Matty, he's what they call today one of those pitch-to-contact kind of guys. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He relies a lot on his defense, and one of the keys, he's not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. With that said, he needs some defense behind him because he's not going to get a whole lot of swings and misses.
Maikel Franco is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Jay Bruce will be the... Here's Jay Bruce now. Hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded up the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And that one just missed outside. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Now the 2-1. Right side. Santana's got it. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman. There's the circle change and a dandy that time as he jumps ahead with strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
I always felt this was the toughest pitch for me to pick up. A good executed slider, and that's exactly what happened right there. You get an ugly swing.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Grounded foul. Still 2 strikes.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
The 1-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close safe call might be challenged.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure from that shot. Going to be interesting to see what they want to do with this one.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Mets have decided to challenge.
All right, so here's one final look at it. Now remember, there has to be indisputable video evidence in order to overturn the call. He was called safe and probably could go either way, but I don't think there's enough right here to change the call.
And we'll get our answer here as it appears the umpires have made their decision and the headset comes off. And the runner is safe at first as originally called, so they will lose the ability to challenge for the remainder of the game. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Jorge Alfaro. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hit in the air to right field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Now a spin and a throwback to second, and he'll get back in standing. Into the box, Drew Hutchison, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. The 1-0 is going to be a sacrifice attempt as he gets it down. The second for one, on to first, and they turn the double play.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to bunt a guy into scoring position. He got it down, but you have to deaden the ball too. Otherwise, these infielders just eat it up and turn it into a double play.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in. Up next will be Nick Williams, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Phillies. Next for the Mets, Dominic Smith, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Williams is under it. 1 down. So here's the Mets pitcher, Steven Matz. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. And there are 2 away now. So striding in, Ahmed Rosario, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. That is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
This one's down to third. Franco has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. One. Digging in for his second at-bat, Cesar Hernandez. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Hit high and deep out to left. Cespedes going back, and it's gone. A solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him, as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
And the changeup is way low that time. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Here now the 2-2. Now a swing and a ground ball for the second baseman Cabrera. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Ready for another chance? Carlos Santana. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. A ball and no strikes. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. A ball and 2 strikes now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
The 1-2. Takes this the other way to right, and that will be a base hit here for Santana.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. You thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed.
Snap throw to first, and he saw it coming that time, back in standing. Santana stands at first with 1 out. Hit hard up the middle. Rosario's got it cleanly. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Phillies get 1 in the frame courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 2-0 Philly. Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. Next up from New York, Yoenis Cespedes. He topped out in his first trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for 1 out of the zone for strike 1.
I'm sure the boys are going to blow him up in the clubhouse for that ugly swing right here. But he has a chance to regroup. Take a deep breath. Take a step out of the box. And know you got a few to play with.
On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
Right fielder.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Jay Bruce. Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Grounded back up the middle. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. Striding in once again, J.P. Crawford. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Now a ball lined to the left side. but foul. The 0-1 pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Throw to first is in time, so a good idea, but the bunt attempt doesn't pan out. Digging in to try it again, Jorge Alfaro. He reached on a single in his first try. And he takes ball one. Bouncer up the middle. And very quickly there, they're two gone to start the inning.
Up next for Philadelphia, pitcher.
Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Drew Hutchison. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A softly hit ball here, foul off to the left side, and it's strike two now. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Here's Todd Frazier now. He leads off from the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Goodness. 0-2 now.
I know we want to focus on the offense and how bad they've been so far, but can we give some love to the pitcher? He has had these guys in the rocking chair all day.
That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Hernandez backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. So the leadoff man set down here for Asdrubal Cabrera. First delivery to him on the way. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
On to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away.
First baseman number 22, Dominic Smith.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dominic Smith. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
Herrera on the run. He makes the catch. What a play on the... Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Lagares is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 5.
Up next will be Nick Williams. Here's the first pitch to him. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Cesar Hernandez will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. No balls and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. There seem to be different philosophies on it, so Dan, what was your approach at 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now, so this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
Ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well. Here's Carlos Santana now. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
Lagares is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So they pick up a run. And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki, to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Adrian Gonzalez will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Adrian Gonzalez.
On a line to shortstop, but the runner is back to avoid the double play. Ready for another shot now, Ahmed Rosario. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. Popped him up. Santana is there, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in once again, Juan Lagares. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy's count and hopefully get into the bullpen. But when you find yourself 0-1 every time, hitting becomes even more difficult.
A ball and a strike now. 2 out with the man at first. Skied in the air to straightaway left. On the run is Hoskins, and that ends the inning. Leave 1. They trail in this one 3-0. Jacob Rain is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 35.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Michael Franco takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Rain, a 25-year-old. He was taken in the 6th round back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
He just tattoos this ball right here. Tried to sneak a fastball in on him? No way. Drives it to deep left center field gap, and that was a nice job to get the barrel around in time to score that baby up. Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Franco leads off second with nobody out. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. And that one got a piece of him. Ready once again, Jorge Alfaro. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. First pitch on its way. Called strike over the outside part of the plate.
Hey, that's a huge pitch right there. You've got to get ahead. When you start to see traffic on the base paths, your defense starts to tighten up a little bit. The best thing to do is pound the zone and get ahead 0-1.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Missed with a slider.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
And a possible double play ball here for Cabrera. One there, on to first to complete the double play. Ready once again, Drew Hutchison. And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense. Unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle, he's on point.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes...
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Phillies strand 1, but they lead it 3-0.
Leading up for the Mets.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. They'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ready for another shot now, Jay Bruce. He's rolled into groundouts a couple of times already here in the ballgame. And this is knocked down on the mound. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the 2nd out at first.
Third baseman number
Ready for another chance? Todd Frazier. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order.
Swing by Frazier, and this one sent soaring to left field. And that is a foul ball, just missing extra bases deep in the corner. Foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit out towards second. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. Bottom of the 7th inning will go at least 1 plate appearance deeper after the 2-out hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line him, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Hoskins waits on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Mets leading off the inning, Odubel Herrera, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Under it, Lagares, and there's 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Williams. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. 0-1 the count. Now the 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. 2 gone.
The batter, second baseman.
Digging in and looking for more, Cesar Hernandez. He'll swing it from the left side right here. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. 2 out, nobody on. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Hit out towards second. Oh, and Cabrera bobbles it.
You think he's not setting the tone for this series right there? 3rd knock of the night, and we're only in game 1. This could be huge.
Digging in to try it again, Rhys Hoskins. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. Hernandez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. That's on the outside corner, 1-2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
The count now at 2-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Lagares. Still going back. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Maikel Franco. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. A ball and no strikes.
You could tell he's starting to get frustrated out there. He's not usually used to getting knocked around the yard a little bit, and you can tell he's starting to feel for it.
And he'll take this one as well. It's now 2-0 to the Philly third baseman. The short hit hard. Rosario's got it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But the fighting strike for a pair. Both digging in once again. Dominic Smith. He flew out in his last at-bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Turn and burn, baby. He smelled that heater coming inside right there. Didn't do too much damage with it, but was able to get the head out and drive it for a knock.
And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
You could just see this guy out on the mound right here. Just the body language. He knows he's on top of his game. Executing a nasty slider down the way right there, giving this offense no chance.
Back up the middle. A reaching try as he knocks it down. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
And that's cut on and missed, 0-1. In the air now, out to left. Crawford over to his right. 1 down. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 1-0. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. The 1-1. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step. Here's Juan Lagares now. He's got a base hit tonight. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
Back in standing. First offering on its way. Runners off for second. Pitch inside. The throw. Not going to get him as he swipes second. 1-0 pitch on the way. Chopped weakly to the left. On the first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. 2 left for the Mets. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. A.J. Ramos enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Here it comes, 0-2. This one's down to third. Frazier's up with it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting,
Riding in once again, Jorge Alfaro. He was a double play victim last time around. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Don't sleep on the bottom of the order right there. He broke out all ambush tactics. First pitch fastball middle in. He's able to drive that for a nice swing.
Aaron Altair will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. Ramos, a native Texan. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Alfaro, the runner at first with 2 gone. Behind 0-2 now. Here it comes on 0-2. Boy, good fight on the slider, and it just missed inside. And there's strike 3, so we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. 1 left for Philadelphia as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Tommy Hunter will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw to first is in time for the first out. So his day fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Phillies starter. He was great all night long. Here's Jay Bruce now. The previous history with Tommy Hunter. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Now here it comes. Popped him up. Alfaro shading to his right. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Third baseman number 21, Todd.
At the plate, Todd Frazier. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Williams is under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
A 5-0 finish tonight. The Phillies led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Drew Hutchison earns his first win of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight.